Hi everyone, this is me, Jay, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you what are the principles of chess and what are the piece values of each piece in chess. So let's start up with piece values. Okay, so so the king is priceless because if you lose the king, you simply lose the game. So let's take for a knight, you would give a 3 point. For a pawn, 1 point. A knight, 3 points. A bishop, I would give a 3.5 because it's slightly more powerful, but not a huge deal. Then a rook, 5 points. And then a queen, 9 points. Okay, this was the piece value. Now let's talk about the principles of chess. So there are three principles. One is control the center. The second is castle, king safety, castle. Then the third principle is develop your pieces. Okay, I'll just explain them one by one. Okay, let's start with controlling the center. Now, why do people say controlling the center? Why should you control the center only? So you have to control the center because then if you're controlling the center and your opponent is not stopping you, then it will be really hard for him to defeat you, and then you have highly more chances of winning the game. So what move would I suggest? So I would suggest you could go for e4, but some players even play d4, the queen's pawn. But that also does the same thing. So basically, you have to control the central squares, these four central squares: d4, d5, e4, and e5. These are the four central squares. To control the center, you want your pieces on those squares, or you are guarding those squares, so that if your opponent puts a piece, you can simply capture his piece. Okay, so for white, I said king's pawn is really common. E4, it's a very common opening, and it's a really good move for white. It's the best move for white. You could also play d4. D4 also technically does the same thing. So let's say white plays e4. Now let's say black does not stop you from controlling the center. Let's say he moves this rook pawn. Now I would advise you to play d4 so that you keep control of these central powerful pawns. Now let's say again he does not stop you. Let him play this move, for example. Then you want to bring your this knight into the game. So let's bring this knight to this f3 square. So now what this thing does is it adds another defender to this e5 pawn. I mean e5 square, and also defends this pawn, adding another defender. Now let's say again he does not see that. Then you can play next move. You can play this c3. Now c3 does the same thing, just adds another defender, and then also adding another defender to this d5 square. Now this is all developed. Now this was controlling the center. That is step one. Now step two is developing our pieces. So we have to develop our knights and bishops first. If you develop your queen too early, then she might be just have to move all around the board. So for I think weak players, I would not advise bringing the queen out. If you're a strong player, then I think uh, just be careful. Then don't develop your rook too early because then you can't castle it, which I will talk later. Okay, so now we've got both these pawns protected. Now it's time to develop our bishops. By the way, this is developing principle. Okay, so let's bring our bishop over to this c4 square. It's a very good square for the bishop because it's not restricted by its pawns, and bishops are absolutely amazing when they're having open diagonals. Now let's say again he does not stop you. Then we can bring our bishop as well, this other bishop as well. And now we have developed both our knights and bishops. So basically, this should be the structure. So now this e5 square is being there's only one attacker in the square, but this is this black pawn. Whereas we have a lot of we have three defenders. Sorry. Whereas we have three defenders. We have three defenders. This d4 pawn, this f4 bishop, and this knight, this f3 knight. So we have three defenders on the square, and same with this square. This d5 square. We have three defenders. This pawn, this bishop, and this knight. So now this was developing and controlling the center. Now you have forgot there's one more principle, that is castling. Now you already know what is castling because you saw my video. If you don't know that, please watch that video first. The link is in the description box below. Okay, so castling, you know what's castling. So because castling keeps your king safe, and your king's safety is the number one priority. So you can just castle, let's say king side, because king side is pretty common. King side is pretty common. So yeah. So now all your pieces are developed, your knight and bishop. You have got control of the center. You have also castled your king. So that was all the three principles. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to Chess Legends. This is me, Jay, and I should see you in the next one. Bye bye.